How do you know that your team is functioning at a higher level? Oftentimes we look at productivity levels. We might look at ideas that are brought out, maybe a successful project or two. Pat Lencioni talks a lot about teams and the challenges that leaders face in trying to develop and get teams functioning at a higher level. And if you've been leading longer than a day, you recognize that this is a tough challenge. Couple reasons. Leadership is about relationship, right? It's all about the relationship and communication. It's about the communication piece. And getting teams functioning at a higher level requires a lot of communication. And as leaders, we try to find agreement on our teams, right? We try to get people to agree on how we should get things done, the goals and the time deadlines and so on, so we can be on the same page. We often talk about that, don't we? We've heard that language before. But is agreement really necessary for a team to function at a higher level? Or is there something more, something different? Perhaps alignment is a better perspective on that. And we'll talk about that in a moment. So we go to build our teams. We're looking for team building, so we want to get the right people in the right places, right? You've heard that before, getting the right people on the bus. Get the right roles. People have primary roles, secondary roles, and then build on the strengths of the individual and as the team. So we get this all going and we start building our team, and yet we still find it a struggle. We find it difficult to get people moving in the right direction. And so one of the tools that we can use to help with this, help leaders, is the MindSuite GPS. This tool helps us to align our purpose, our vision, our goals. Everything is aligning to a new possibility. People may not agree on certain things and how to get things done because of other things that get in the way, biases that get in the way. Yet we can align on a goal, on a vision, on a strategy, on a purpose. And how that's communicated is very important. And the MindSuite GPS tool helps us as leaders to really know what's going on. This is how it plays out. If I ask a leader, or they take the GPS and say, hey, are you an innovative organization? Do you think you're innovative? Oh, of course we're innovative. We come up with great ideas. Now, same question to your team. They might say, yeah, the leadership values innovation, but it doesn't play out that way. We're not really innovative. Here's what happens in the real world. You have a meeting with your team, you're coming up with new ideas and exciting ideas, and so people are bringing out this idea and that idea. And so finally, one of your young team members raises their hand and they proffer an idea. And the first words out of your mouth are, oh, we did that 20 years ago, that was a dumb idea, it didn't work. Next. Now, you think as a leader you're being efficient, nip that in the bud, why bother going down a trail that you know is not going to work? However, that team member feels devalued. That might not have been your intention, but your communication is exactly what that person heard. Now they feel devalued. Do you think that team member is going to be offering up a new idea anytime soon? Of course not. You just humiliated them in front of their peers. Now, again, probably not your intention, but that's often what can happen. And leaders then go blindly into the future and they wonder why their teams are not functioning the way they should. The MindSuite GPS can help us to see those things, to see, hey, I'm valuing my employees, but apparently my employees don't feel valued. What's going on? It helps us to start a conversation with you and your organization. There's a complimentary GPS checkup. Click on the link. Let us start a conversation with you and get you set up so you can see if there's a way that we can add value to what you're doing to help you as you build your teams and communicate properly and get the right people in the right roles, build on their strengths, and properly communicate with them how much you value them and their ideas so that your team can be functioning at a higher level and move your organization forward.